Hi, everybody, dear friends. Welcome to our today workshops. In our today workshops, we're gonna talk about the tax, how to file our tax, and how we can get like good benefits from for our filing tax, like the good refunds, and also to pay less taxes. We're gonna go ahead and show how to work with that, all of the stuff. There is like a lot of problems that people when they're filing their tax, they don't know like which way is the best way for them. And here is my best friend with us that he's working with us, Dr. Arash Sahibi. He gonna continue. I gonna go ahead with him. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Dr.
Thank you,
You can
Ms.
continue.
Ashafi. Thank you for introducing me. Hi, hello, everyone. Yeah, this is Dr. Ras Sahibi. I'm not a medical doctor, but I did my PhD, doctoral in philosophy. And before that, I did my MBA. And since last 13 years, I'm working on financial industries. We work with the different projects, the USAID projects, and multiple countries. And still, we are working with the different project in financial fields. And recently, we saw that there is a gap of financial tax awareness program. That's why we start conduct 30 workshops for tax awareness to the community. And every night we have one sessions, which will be like from 45 minutes to 1 hour. We will just our aim is to educate the community to have a better understanding about their finance, about taxes, and then also the bookkeepings, and then their financial status. And the two-day workshop is also about the taxes. And I'm sure this is like a fundamental information about the US taxes, and that will be very helpful for the individual families and the businesses as well in the long runs. And yeah, from there we will start sharing my screen and then start the presentations that we have about this tonight's program. Okay, let me just share this one. Yeah, as you can see, our program is called Tax Awareness Workshops. And as I mentioned it before, our goal is to educate at least 1,000 individual and family about their taxes, to get understanding about the taxes for 2025 and 2024, because they are now when we are in the tax seasons and they are going to file their taxes. Now, through this awareness programs, we believe that the individual and family will have a better understanding about taxes, and also at the same times they will also have understanding how to file their taxes, and if there is any like a pre-understanding they should take at the beginning, they will be understand about that one as well. And then that will be a good complaints for the IRS as well, because as much as the people have a better understanding of taxes, they will be as they educated, they will be promptly response to their taxes and report them on the time as well. If I give you a little more information about this IB Financial Services or this program, as I mentioned, this program is just for only for education purposes. We are not conducting this workshop because of tax evasions or hiding or something like that. Just we want to educate the families to have a better understand and report correctly their taxes. On the top of them, SIB Financial Services, on our basis, we are filing 5,000 plus individual and business taxes in different countries. And we have a permanent 50 full-time professional and 100 part-time all over the US, and not even the US. It is in Afghanistan, India, Turkey, and other countries that our team are operating out there on financial services, and especially on the taxes. And our team is speaking in English, Spanish, Pashto, Dari, and the other languages as well. But as I mentioned it, our main goal is to educate and provide standard financial services to the community and businesses. Overall, from today's sessions, the 2 days workshops, you will understand these four factors. The first will be essential knowledge, the essential knowledge about the taxes and how you needs to have a better understanding about the 2024 and 25 taxes. Then we will go through a little about minimizing the liabilities, how legally you will understand the legal ways to strategize and reduce your taxes burden. This will be a second portion. On the third, we will help you to minimize the refund. Which ways you will be very effective ways to increase your tax refund. This will be another portions that we will be discussing this topics. And then on the fourth one will be about the preparation and complaints. It means that is you will understand the key point for the accurate tax filing and also the regulations, because once before you file the taxes, you need to know about to be prepared and also understand the complaints as well. For the 2-day sessions, we will cover these 4 topics, and at the ends, we will take your questions if you have any questions about your tax filings, and then we will wrap up the program. If I jump about the understanding the taxes, the first of all, in the United States, mainly, there are 2 main filing the taxes. One is for the individual, the second is for the businesses. Okay, now because it is most mainly we are covering individuals, for the individual purposes, you need to understand the tax status. We have 5 tax status for the single, like for the people who file their taxes as an individual. The first one is the single. You need to understand exactly that how you can file the taxes as a single, and then the married filing jointly, then married filing separately. The fourth one will be head of household, and then qualified widow. It means that when we are filing the taxes, these 5 factors, we should understand exactly which one will be applicable for us. As it is clear, if you are single, then definitely it means that you're unmarried and you are filing the unmarried individual files. Then if you are married, then you're able to file the married filing jointly. Then later on we will discuss about the benefits, advantage of each portions, and then you will learn a little more about that one. Then the third one is married filing separately. Then we will have a little discussions that, okay, if there is a couples and they want to separately file their taxes, what will be there, and then what exactly they should consider and know before filing the taxes. And then head of household. If, like, suppose we are a single mom or single dad, or like, for example, we have a dependent, then we can also able to file as a head of household. Then there's also some scenarios that maybe we discuss more about that one, and you will have an understanding that, okay, how we can get the benefit and file the taxes as a head of household. The last one, the fifth one, is qualified widow. And for this, with the dependent child after the spouse passing, we file this fifth one as well. Now, if you have a little more understanding about all these 5 factors, which status is will be implemented to you, then you will have better understanding that which way is you can able to pay, reduce your taxes even, and also they increase your refund as well, because every one of them have their limits for their either standard deductions or even for their refund as well, which we will be study later on. On the top of them, I will just share a table that you can understand a little about the standard deduction, the type of taxes, and also the maximum refunds. This is a roughly, what just because of your education purposes to get an understanding about that one. Like, if I can tell you, like, as much as if you can, like, bring the standard, any deductions match, that obviously it's indirectly reduce your income taxes. But if there's 2 ways, by the way, you can use the deductions. First is the standard deduction, which is the amount that already like announced by the IRS, and you can use that one. And the second one is the itemized deductions. For the standard deductions, if you are filing as a single, somehow like 13,850 will be the standard deduction. But year to year, it will be changed and then they will be updated through the IRS. But just as an example, in order to give you some education, that's why I put this figure. For single, it is 13,850. It means that is if your income is above 13,850, it means you need to pay taxes. If it's deducted from your as a standard deduction, the rest which is left, you need to pay taxes out of them. And we will study like later on that how much is the percentage. But if you are filing as a married filing jointly, then the standard deductions here is somehow like 27,700. It means that is like at the beginning, if I have like as a single, if I have income of 30,000 on an annual basis, then if you use the standard deductions and subtract the 13,850, somehow like 16,150 will left and I need to pay taxes for that one. But if I am filing married filing jointly, then in that cases, if my income is the couple's gross income is like 30,000 and then I'm subtract the 27,700, then there will be left at 300. Then I need to pay the taxes out of 300. That's why you need to see that which status is applicable to you. Then you can get the maximum standard deduction as well. And then for married filing separately is also 13,850, and for head of household it is somehow like 20,800. In another hand, the qualified widow is also same like 27,700. Then on the top of them, we need to pay the income taxes, Social Security, Medicare, or same like that. This is also the type of taxes which will be applicable based on the income. And then in another is the tax rate. In the United States, the tax rate is from 10% to 37%. The minimum is 10%, the income tax, and then the maximum is 37%. But it is like it's not a flat amount. They need to like have a range and then calculation based on that one. But like suppose if I'm a single and have a 30,000 income, if I use the standard deduction and it subtract the 30,850, the left amount will be applicable taxes from 10% to above. And on another hand, we have also maximum refund estimated as well. That's just only it's an estimated. For the singles, we can also claim up to $7,430 as a refund credits, with the full refundable credits. Then the same for married filing jointly, it's like somehow like 12,980. But this amount is just estimated. It doesn't mean that it should be applicable to everyone. No, it depends after, like, for example, we calculated their gross incomes, the taxes they paid during the year, and also the credit they have. After all these credit and refunds, there will be the calculate the maximum refunds that they can get out of that one. And the same if it's a married filing separately, it's 7,430, or somehow head of household will be 8,980 somehow. The same ways, this table is just only for educations, that to give you a rough estimated that if you are going to use the standard deductions, this will be happen. But it's not specific for standard deductions. You can go for the itemized deduction as well. We have two types of the deduction. One is the standard, which is already fixed by the IRS. The second is itemized. But for the itemized, there is some previously identified items that you can, like for example, claim that one. You cannot claim every expenses out there, and we will discuss that one as well in the laters. In another hand, how to minimize tax legally. There is a few factors that you can consider that one that will help you a lot to minimize your taxes legally. The first one is you can maximize your deduction. As I mentioned it before, either you can apply for standard deduction or itemized deduction. But for the itemized deductions, you need to have like a mortgage interest. You can claim the charitable contribution. You can claim the medical expenses, casualty losses, and same like this ones, or even some taxes if you paid for the states and local during the year, you can claim that one as an itemized as well. But as much as you maximize deductions, your tax will be legally like minimized. And in another hand, you can contribute in the tax advantage account as well. You can contribute, you utilize your 401k, you can contribute in traditional IRA, HSA, or some like that they will reduce your taxable income. And these portions is also in the second part. And then in the third one is leverage your tax credits. There is opportunities or advantage to take the earned income tax credit. Then you can claim the like child tax credit if you are applicable for you. Education credit, there's a bunch of the credits that state to states you can apply that one as well. That will also legally help you to minimize your taxes. And then in another hand, there's a proper record keeping. You can also use that one as well, because you know the IRS has a rights in every 3 years to audit the taxpayers, and you need to record your expenses, income expenses, all the tax materials in order to, if someone sometimes the audit come to you, you need to have that receipt and proof to the IRS. That's why this proper recording keeping is also one of the options that help you to legally minimize your taxes. And then in another hand, also we have some options how to increase the tax refunds. There is another opportunities to increase your tax refunds too. Like first of all is adjusting withholdings. Ensure your W-4 accurately reflect your current situations. Especially when we are like joining the jobs, they give us a forms and to get the information out of them in order to calculate the taxes, and you need to fill that correctly and properly. And that's also the adjusted withholding will also help you to increase your tax refunds. In another hand, we can say claim all eligible credits. You need to review that which credits is applicable to you and your family, and then that will help you to increase your tax refund as well. And also file early. Don't wait at the last minutes. That's okay. If it is 15 April, then I'm going to file my taxes. File it as early as possible. That will be also help you. And then in another hand, connect with the professional services. You can connect with the experts. They will help you about the credit is applicable for you and also the deductions. Sometimes maybe you don't know exactly which deduction is applicable, which deduction I can able to deduct and which one is I cannot. Then that will be also help you, but that's why we recommend you to connect with the professional as well. On the other hand, before you start filing, what tax filers needs to know before filing the taxes? The first is documents your checklist. Okay. If you are working as an individual, either you have a W-2 or you have a 1099. If I give you a little more information about W-2, if you're working as an employee somewhere, end of the year, they will provide you W-2. As much as payments, as much as paycheck they transfer to your account, at the end of the year, they issue a W-2 for you. Then from that ones, you can understand exactly what was your total income of the year. Then there is some people, they are self-employed, like engineer, doctors, or like, for example, people who do self-employed, people do left Uber or something like that. They have 1099. And then in that cases, you can gather all of your income, either if you have a W-2 or 1099s. From that ways, also you can collect or all your receipt. If you have expenses, either as itemized expenses you can collect all of them. These are it means that the document checklist is necessary for you before filing your taxes. That will help you to understand better about your financial situation. Then understand about the deadline. As I mentioned, it's in the United States, the deadline for the tax is April 15. But don't wait at the last minutes to file your taxes. Start as early as possible. That will help you a lot. Even if you have a refund, that will help you to process it sooner than that. And the third one, review the life changes. There is possibilities like consider how the marriage may be at the end of the year. Last year you are like married, and then end of the year you are like a single, or like maybe you're at the beginning of the year you're single, and the end of the year you're married. This is will also reflect on your like taxes. Then you need to consider that once. Or even maybe the job changes, maybe the new children or something like that, then all these relocations affect your taxes as well. You need to review the life changes as well. Then the IRS communications. Be aware the common IRS notice and proper response procedures. If it has anything happen, the IRS will send you the notifications, the notice. Then you need to be aware of that, and based on that, so you can go ahead with file your taxes. I know there's a lot of like softwares that you can do file the taxes by your own as well. But my recommendation will be try to find an experts that they can help you through your tax filing. And sometimes we think everything is good, but if someone else is reviewing the documents, they will be maybe update, or they will maybe see some things that we couldn't. In that cases, we will recommend that one as well. But by the way, all these four factors is essentials before filing the taxes. Document checklist, understand the deadlines, review the life changes, and also the IRS communications. Then in another hand, we have some common mistakes. We need to avoid these common mistakes too. First of all is late filing. I know you can get amendment or extension. You have a right to get the extension of 6 months. But this 6-month extensions will not cover the taxes you owe. If you owe a tax, then you need to pay penalty and interest on that one as well. Don't wait at the last minute. Try, as I mentioned it before, as early as better. Avoid the penalty by filing on time and requesting an extension. And then incomplete income reports. Sometimes we are not properly report all the income on expenses as well. That's why this is also a common mistakes happen. You can report all the incomes. That's why I'm saying before filing, you need to gather all the information, especially about your income. Then missing the credits and deductions. Sometimes we miss to apply some credits, even some deductions. That's why we say research or consult on a professional to claim all eligible benefits that's applicable for you or your family. The fourth one is information error. Double check personal details and ensure the accuracy. Sometimes it's a human error. Sometimes we mess with the name, maybe if it's a social, maybe it's with the date of birth or something like that. And even sometimes it's rejected by the IRS. Then this is the best ways that we understand that one, and also double check it that be sure that the information which we written is correctly. And also the state specification oversights. Understand your state's unique tax rules and requirements. Each state have its own rule and requirements. That's why we are currently have this tax awareness all over the United States. And each state have its own rules and regulations and requirements as well. Then you need to be specific, understands that one as well. These main 5 factors will affect if you didn't consider them, or if you like, for example, because most people are this is the common mistakes that happen. But just try to keep in your mind to do not file your taxes late, and also try your best to report all your income correctly and completely, and then do not miss any credit and deduction, and also double check your informations, and also be state specific oversights as well, and understand better about the rule and regulation of the states that you are. On the top of them, We can help you. We can help you. Our experts will help you to be updated on your tax laws changes. Our team will be able to customize the strategy to tolerate your unique financial situations about the taxes. Also, we able to minimize the refunds through review your all deductions and credits. And also it will be a stress-free filing, handle the complexities of while you focus on the goals. Then that's why we say you can choose professionals that they can go with you one by one and help you through the tax filing seasons. On the top of this, I'm just recommending you to understand again, just go through the tax status, just see which status you are currently for this year when you want to file your taxes, and then use the legal strategies to maximize your refund and minimize your taxes and be informed as well. Anyhow, and then this was just a summaries, a fundamental of the taxes to give you just an awareness to have understanding from that one. Now, if you have any questions related to this process or like, for example, your taxes, I just put more time for your answer and question and answers. And if you have any questions, most welcome. We love to answer that ones and help you to have a better understanding about the taxes. But well, by the way, from that way, so you can connect with us. We will help you with your taxes later on also if you have any questions. But so far, if you have any questions, we will happy to answer that one. Or even you can write or open the mic if you have any questions. Welcome that. We will help to answer that one.
Thank you, Dr. Sahib.
You're welcome.
Let's see if there is any questions from
There is any
anyone.
questions, most welcome. Otherwise, our colleague is there. You can see their contacts and email address. You can contact them. They will help you on your taxes. If you have any tax returns, tax planning, financial reports, retirement planning, business consulting, Ms. Khadija Kashifi will help you in that ways. She is living in Virginia, but we have other teams then all over the US. They can help you as well. But still, if you have any questions, most welcome. I just, because of this tax awareness, we will try our best to put more time for the question and answer, because sometimes the tax professionals are too busy in this period of the time and they do not have much time to answer the questions. That's why we put much time for your questions. If you have any question, most welcome. We love to answer that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Arash, and thank you so much. This meeting is nice to meet you all. We try our best to say like which way is best for them, how we can help with them about the tax to file their taxes easy way, and to get like a good refund, or either don't need to pay like a lot of taxes. I hope it's gonna be like helpful for the people. We are here to help everybody. If you have any questions, let us know, or either you can contact with us via our phone number or either email address. We are here to help everybody. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Ms. Kashifi. Yes, we have such workshops continuously in the next end of this month, and then we will conduct 30 workshops to, as I mentioned at the beginning, to educate 1,000 families on their taxes and tax awareness. And you can join our next sessions, workshops as well, and be aware of your taxes. And thank you everyone for the joining, and appreciate it for your time. And if you have any questions, then most welcome. Otherwise, we will wrap up today's session. Okay, there's no question. Okay, thank you. Thank you for everyone's, and have a good night. See you for the next time and next sessions as well.